I needed a break because, child, it's been a lot. Moving back to where I was born and raised. I've been gone for almost 10 years. The things we do for our kids, Jesus. Well, welcome back to What Happens Now podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany. This episode, Damiani is not with me because y'all sometimes you need a break from your kids, even your co-host. Sometimes you need a break from your co-host. But y'all, I just want to let y'all know that I missed y'all, but your girl is back on here, back on social media, back to posting content, back to uploading new episodes. But I just need a break. Can I just talk to y'all for a second? Can I just talk? Let's just talk. Y'all know Damiani he got out in October. Y'all knew that I uprooted my whole life to move back to Illinois to get him situated. And I'm back living with my parents. And I'm just going to be raw in this episode and be completely transparent. It was hard. I was struggling. I didn't realize how bad I was struggling, but I was struggling, y'all. I left this place for a reason. The things we do for our kids and the sacrifices that we make is, you can't even put it into words. Some mothers have taken out their 401k. Some others have taken out a second mortgage on their home. Some others have sold their homes for their child's lawyer. Some others have uprooted their life. Some mothers have moved closer to the prison. We sacrifice so much because this episode is about sacrificing and sometimes sacrificing. It can almost kill you. Let's be honest. Sometimes the decisions that we make, sometimes it will put you on a breathing machine. I'm being so honest, y'all. I love me some Damiani. God knows I do. But making this transition, I thought I was going to be okay. But getting here and living here, getting a different job, a job that I do love, that I prayed for, but not what I really wanted because I needed income, because I quit my previous job and I'm here now at this new job. And let's just talk about the sacrifices that you make for your son or daughter who is incarcerated or the one who is just now got released. Damiani has been out since October of 2025. So what is that? November, December, January, February, March, April. Damiani has been out for 6 months. Let's just pause for a moment. These past 6 months, y'all. Woo. Truth moment. Hashtag truth moment. Was unemployed for 4 months because I had to quit my previous job. Couldn't find a job. Didn't find a job until January. And couldn't start. I got hired. I know they hired me in December, but the job didn't start until January, the end of January. So remind you, October, November, December, January. Bills still have to be paid. Car note has to be paid. Car insurance has to be paid. So who would have thought that I would let my credit score drop as low as I did? Again, the sacrifice. I need y'all to put in the comments right now, what type of sacrifices have you made for your son or daughter who is currently incarcerated or who is home or who's been out for a while? Put in the comments the sacrifices that you made. And sometimes sacrifices that we make for our children, sometimes we second guess ourselves. I'm being honest and transparent. I second guess myself. Was this the right decision? Did I put him first again? All these questions go through my mind. All these things. I know I'm not the only mama who's thinking like, did I make the right decision on doing this? Did I make the right decision on taking out my 401k? Did I make the right decision on taking out the second mortgage? Did I? You know what? It's called life. Let's just say when I have grandchildren, they're going to know grandma had a hell of a life. Grandma had an adventure. She moved from her hometown to Los Angeles about 10 years ago with no job, with nothing, and made it. And then had to move back to her hometown because your daddy messed up and had to live back in the same house that brought her trauma. So the question I ask myself, and I'm going to ask you, what is God teaching you when you make sacrifices for your loved one? Let's be honest. Sometimes we second guess ourselves. I've second guessed myself. I question myself. Did I make the decision? Why did I let all this money just go? In this episode, we're talking about sacrificing and did you make the best decision? Sometimes in life, you don't know if you made the best decision or not, because the one scripture that I hold on to is that all things work together for the good of them that love God. Even the ones that maybe I didn't make the best decision. Even if I decided to go left and my gut told me to go right and I decided to go left because it looked like it was the best way to go. So I may fall into a pothole. Pothole will be my credit score dropped. Yeah, but I do know that since God knows my heart and I thought the decision that I made was the best decision for Damiani. To my mother who's wondering if she made the best decision, look at me. Look at me right now. You made the best decision for you. Sorry. Got choked up on that one. Come a little closer. Come closer. You made the best decision for you. This is one of the toughest, hardest decisions that you have to make. Sacrifice. Do I do this? Do I not? What should I do? All I do know is that seek ye first the kingdom of God. Seek God. Because sometimes us mamas, we operate in our emotions. We want to see our kids. We want to do this. We want to send them money. We want to send them commissary. But I ask myself, is that the best decision to make sometimes in the moment? Or sometimes do we just pause? Did I move too fast? Well, y'all, here I am at my parents' house at 40 plus because I decided to come back to make sure Damiani was on the straight and narrow. Has it been challenging? Oh, baby. Pour you a glass. Pour you one of Jesus' first miracles. Baby, it's been a challenge. But I keep telling myself that this is shaping me and molding me. And this is teaching me to walk by faith. You know, when you go to the gym, you work out, right? And that muscle that you haven't stretched or you haven't worked on, it's hard, right? It's hard. And I was listening to my spiritual mentor, Prophet Qatar. Y'all need to Google her. She's the best. Prophet Qatar. That's my spiritual mentor. It's like working that muscle, right? So right now I feel like I'm working my faith muscle because I'm literally like, God, where are we at? What's happening? So in my mind, I'm like, Tiffany, this is the time to take a leap of faith and launch something. I see you mothers. Your pain has a purpose and your strength. It's not gone. It just needs to be activated. And that's why I created the GPS program, God's Pathway to Strength. This program is specifically just for mothers with incarcerated kids. Yes, just like me, just like you. We try to navigate this whole thing called life with having a child in prison. Sometimes you get lost. Sometimes you don't know who you are. You don't know if you're coming or going. And then sometimes you just want to scream. And then sometimes you just want to just lay in your bed all day and not even get up and believe that this is all a dream. It was all a dream. But no, it's reality. I created this program to guide and to navigate mothers through this difficult journey of having a child incarcerated. You forget who you are, the guilt that you feel. You blame yourself. Forget about who you are. This program is to discover who you are as a mother, who you are as a person. So let's put the mother on the shelf, who you are as a woman of God and why God created you. Yes, you birthed out that child, but what else did God create you for? This program is a 6-week program for mothers who are struggling, who don't know how to figure out which way they're going. You go to church every day, but that's still not enough. This program is here for you. It's a 6-week program. The program is $497. Yes, $497. You're investing into yourself. How much do we spend that on anything, right? This is a program. You're going to be with me, one-on-one with a group of other mothers via Zoom. I'm going to help you discover who you are and help you figure out that God created you more than just to get up every day and go to work and just to survive because your son or daughter is incarcerated. GPS program is a roadmap to figure out why you are here and what should you be doing in that time frame. If your son or daughter is serving a 15-year sentence, what are you doing in that time? We're not just sitting at home watching Real Housewives of Atlanta or soap operas or scrolling through TikTok and you're scrolling your life away. But as your son or daughter sits in that cell, let's figure out what you should be doing in that time frame. The link is in the bio. The link is below. Join the program. It's just for mothers who have children that are incarcerated. I myself know what it's like. I discovered who I am while Damiani was in that prison cell. I refuse to let the devil get the victory. Join me on this roadmap to figure out which way God has taken you. I stepped out on faith. I launched a program, a coaching program for mothers with kids incarcerated. God's pathway for strength. GPS. Being in this situation of having a child incarcerated, we get lost in everybody else and we forget about us. The GPS program is for you. It's for that mother who needs to rediscover who she is, to figure out why God created you. Yeah. So I'm stretching that muscle right now by stepping out on faith and launching something that I know that God has called me to do. My mission is to inspire mothers who have kids that are incarcerated. Because it's not easy. You're going to have your moments. And I believe in having your moments, child. Have your moments, but just don't stay there. Do not lay there. Do not stay there for too long. But you guys are coming on this journey with me. You guys been on this journey with me for a while. But now this is the other side of the journey of Damiani being free. And now I'm moving back home. There's so many things I want to tell you that I had bumps in the road, that I have challenges. I have more episodes to talk about on how I almost broke. I encourage y'all, but I had to stop and think about, what about me? Like, I made a drastic change, y'all. It's like my body went into shock. And I'm literally telling you, my body went into shock. I was in the hospital. My left side of my arm, I couldn't lift it, couldn't move it. I was out. My my bones were just cracking. It was just like, I don't know if it was because of the weather. I know I'm getting older, but it wasn't like that when I lived in LA, when I moved here, and I don't know what it was. And then I was wondering, like, was it a form of depression? Was it the weather? Was it, y'all, I went into complete shock. So that's why I went incognito, because I had to get me together. There's no way I can be healthy for y'all if I'm not healthy, and I'm not going to fake it and act like I'm all good, and I'm not. That's not who I am. I'm never going to be that person. I'm always going to be my true self. And Tiffany was out for the count. I was. 1,000%, y'all. I would put on a smile, but deep down inside, I was miserable. And I was talking to God. I kept telling God, get me out of this funk. Get me out of this. Just get me out of this. And remind y'all, I love the sun. The sun is my everything. But there was no sun here. It was cloudy every day. I couldn't even walk morally. Y'all, my body completely just shut down. And let's pause for a second. Think about your own self. Think about you for a moment. What part of your body has shut down because you have sacrificed so much for your son, or your son or daughter is in prison and your body has shut down? It's not healthy. I had to regroup and really get into my word and really seek God and ask God to shake whatever that was on me, to shake it off me, because it was bad, y'all. When I say it was bad, it was bad. I wouldn't journal anymore. I wouldn't do the things that I used to do when I was back home. I was like, wait, this is not you, Tiffany. What's happening? And I literally had to talk to myself, Tiffany, what the hell is happening? I literally had to look myself in the mirror and have a whole conversation with me. Do you have to have a conversation with yourself? Because if you do, it's okay. Have one. The sacrifices that we make for our children can sometimes put you in the hospital because your body goes into shock. There's so many emotions that you do, and then you forget about yourself and you're like, I'm lost. And then you're on this road to GPS trying to figure out which way to go. Do I go left? Do I go right? There's construction over there. There's somebody on the side of the road. Do I stop? Do I pick them up? They're saying make a U-turn. They're saying make a detour. What is happening? Y'all, it's about to be spring. Well, not about to be. It is spring. It's spring, y'all. It's time to pick yourself up and figure out what you really want to do while your son or daughter is in prison. Or if you're like me, your son and daughter's out. But it's time to put you first, to rediscover who you are, what dreams that you put on the shelf. What do you truly want to do in this moment right now? If you could sit down with the tooth fairy, I'm being funny. If God was sitting right next to you and God said, Sarah, what's the one thing that your heart desires that you want to do? And he's going to say to you, you can do it. Go do it. Because I've already anointed your hands, I anointed your mind for you to complete the tasks. So the question is, if God told you to go ahead, he gave you the green light, why aren't you doing it? I've stepped out on fear so many times, and y'all have seen me started a podcast, uh, started a prayer group, Zoom call, started selling prayer blankets. Now I'm launching a GPS program for mothers with incarcerated kids, going on Facebook Live, going on TikTok Live. Those were all fears. And y'all have been with me on that journey. So what fear is holding you back? I'm a living testimony that tell you that you can make it to the other side and you can do it even if you're scared, even if you have fear. Do you think every time I get on the camera, I'm just like, I'm not a little bit nervous? Oh, I'm nervous. But I refuse to let fear hold me back. And I also refuse to let the devil get the victory. He would not get the victory out of my life. He would not get nothing. God would get all the victory and all the glory and all the honor. So, what glory do you want to give God about your life? Yes, your child's in prison. Yes, he's serving in 10 to 15 years. But what do you that's in the kitchen, you that's on your phone and you're at work and you're watching this, what do you really want to do? Yeah, you have a job, you make great income. But are you fulfilled? Are you truly fulfilled on your God given assignment? Y'all, y'all have seen me, my highs, my lows. I don't know how much more transparent I can be with y'all. My breakups. Yeah, breakups. That's a whole nother story. Trying to find Damiani a daddy. Still working on that. But he said he don't need no daddy, but he need a daddy. I don't care what he say. He need a daddy. But to that mother that sacrificed everything and you feel depleted, it's your time, it's your season to get up, to get off of that bed, to get off of life support, and to live again. Let God, the Holy Spirit, breathe back into you. Ask God to breathe into you, to give you the energy that you need to make it. Because maybe this last win that He gives you may be the one that you need to make it to the other side of your greatness. Who's to say? You'll never know if you don't get up and try. You have to get up. Will it be easy? No, because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, but everybody's not. So what did God call you to do? Your girl is back, and I'm back, and I'm coming with power, and I'm coming with vengeance. This is a different Tiffany that you see. You see me, I laugh. Yeah, but this one, I'm coming for mothers who no longer want to sit on the sidelines anymore. I'm coming for mothers who know that God has called them for something. Now listen, if you're like Tiffany, I'm good where I'm at, then this ain't for you. You can keep scrolling or hit like, leave a comment. But for that mother who's sitting at home, who's in the kitchen, who's driving, or who's walking, listening to this, and you keep saying there's more to me besides a mother or wife. There's more to me of having a child incarcerated. I know I'm called for something greater than this. These next episodes are for you. And the GPS program is for you. It is. When I tell you, God has called many of you to lay hands on the sick, to start a prayer meeting, to start baking, to start sewing, to start visiting the homeless shelter, to volunteer at the to the pet shelters, to write a book, to write poems, to do something for the unjust, for the incarcerated, go back to school. God has called you for something. And what you gonna do with it? Just sit and go to work and come home and then complain about life? Come on. I'm tired of people complaining. God has given us the power to do whatever we want to do. Everything is in the palm of our hands. We just have to step forward and believe and trust God and work that muscle that we haven't worked in a very long time. It's like you go to, like I said before, you go to the gym, you do squats. You haven't done squats in a while. Your bones, your body is sore. But the more you keep doing it, the less your body is sore. The more you keep walking in faith, the more bolder you become. You almost can be like Peter, can walk out and step on water. How about you step this time? Step. And come step with me. Come step, and we walk by faith and not by sight. Man, don't let what you see scare you. Just believe and trust God that God is with us every step of the way. Listen, I'm a testimony about a lot of things that God has done for me. But I really believe this one right here is going to be the breakthrough. I'm showing you guys, I'm telling you guys that I moved back to Chicago in the suburbs, and I'm a city girl. I love the ocean. I love the sun. But here I am, helping, spending time with Damiani and guiding him. But remind you, I'm just guiding him. That's it. Just giving him some nuggets because he's a grown man now. To that mother that's still coddling their child, their adult son or daughter, it's time to let them go. You can only give them so much wisdom and knowledge and help them. But then after that, they got to figure it out. When I tell you these next episode, I'm going to share with you the mistakes that I made with Damiani and realizing that I have to live my own life just like he has to live his. He has to live his own life. And I love life. I love to laugh. I love to travel. I love to meet people. I love some good wine. Jesus' first miracle. Thank you, Jesus. I'm so happy Jesus' mama told him. Shout out to Mary, who told him to, we at the party and they ran out of wine at the wedding. Shout out to Mary. But y'all, when are you going to let your adult child live? The ones who is in prison, the ones who is out. When are you going to live your God fulfilling purpose? Check out my next episodes. I've missed y'all. Your girl is back, and I'm coming for those who knows that they're called for more than just getting up, going to work every day and paying bills and going on family trips, going to family functions. You know you're called to more. Stay tuned. Love you guys.